Welcome back guys to another hard mode guide for Final Fantasy VII Remake, hard mode boss guide. This is Hellhouse, that one where everybody, well not everybody, but a lot of players seem to hit a wall here, quite literally. So I'm going to try and break this down and make it nice and easy for you. So I'll go through the build first. So Cloud, he's got the Hard Edge, Chain Bangle and Fury Ring. And material wise he's got ATB boost, these all need to be maxed by the way, except for the HP ups, they don't need to be maxed, but everything else does. So A to B boost, maxed, poison maxed, A to B assist maxed, first strike maxed, and Behemoth and the summoning materia. The summoning materia is quite important, believe it or not, because they do give you a little tiny stats. And I've just got some HP ups on there as well. They're not really needed, it's just that there will be, you may take some attacks from the little projectiles that the house is always throwing out. And it just, if you do take some damage from them, it'll just help you survive for the rest of the fight. But most of the time I don't need these. And Aerith, Mithril Rod, Force Bracelet and Platinum Earrings. And her build, she's got Magic Up, both of them need to be maxed. She's got two MP ups, they need to be 40% or higher, because in this battle she's going to use 150 MP about. It's about 145 MP she uses, so you need to make sure she's got at least 150. That's where they come in handy. She's got HP up as well, that just give her a bit more survivability just from the projectiles that the house is always lobbing out. First strike maxed, Chocobo and Moogle in the summoning slot, and it's got all the elements maxed, so fire, ice, wind and lightning, very important, they all need to be maxed. And as for the weapon build guys, because I feel the weapon build is quite important as well, so I like to show this. Yeah, so Cloud in his main core, I've got everything except for buff duration, and by the way I've only done all the manuscripts up to this chapter. I've not done none past this chapter. So as long as you've been pretty good with getting the manuscripts up to this point, you should be able to purchase all these things that I have. So the main core, everything except buff duration. Subcore 1, attack damage 5% and Punisher mode 5% there. Subcore 2, everything except for Stagger Siphon. Subcore 3, everything except for limit break damage. And Subcore 4, everything except for the critical hit rate and the new materia slot. And Aerith, very similar setup in her Mithril Rod. So in the main core, she's actually got everything in her main core. She's got everything in Subcore 1 as well. And one thing I want to point out, that bottom ability there, Magic 20% boost of full MP, is very important. You have full MP with Aerith for this battle starting it. If I remember right, you don't, that's not crucial. I think you can still do the first part of the fight and that doesn't have, it can still work even without that, but it'll just give you a bit more damage at the head start in case anything does go wrong. That's just there and it should make sure everything works fine the first part. So that's magic 20% boost with full MP. And remember, that's a one-time thing, only works with full MP, so it's only good for the very first ability that you use with that person, the very first spell. So I've got that with her and she's got full MP at the moment. Subcore 2, everything except for the defense and the limit break, and Subcore 3, everything except for debuff, resist and the new materia slot guys. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. If you haven't got much MP, you probably, hopefully you got a save before this. If you're still outside, there is some macro crates right at the start of the chapter, near the, you know, near the hands where you have to move Aerith and get the ladder down. There's some crates near there, one of them's got a macro shard in, but if you're already down here, I don't think you can leave Colosseum. So if you haven't got enough MP, you may have to restart guys. But yeah, you need about 145, and if you've got full MP, the better. So talk to Gatekeeper. Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? Got nothing else to do. Let's participate in the bonus match. So to begin with, guys, I'm gonna sort of just take you through. I'm gonna pause it at certain points and just take you through the commands that I do next. The thing is, when you keep pausing this, it sort of knocks your rhythm. So sometimes when I pause this, it's hard for me to unpause and go straight to the next attack, and I think it just wastes a second or two. So it does normally go a lot better when you don't keep pausing it. But you shouldn't have that problem. That's only me, the one explaining it all. So first of all, Cloud, we're going to open command menu to slow time down. So spells and Bioga. Yeah, as Cloud, first of all, I use Poison level 3. And once you've used Poison, the Poison attack, it's similar to the Ice and the Wind, where once it lands, there'll be like an initial impact, like a small amount of damage. Then it will muster for a few seconds, and then it will explode, similar to Ice and the Wind elements. And while we're waiting for it to explode, what I do, I look at Aerith, and if she hasn't got 2 full ATB gauge, because she needs 2 full gauges for this next bit, I quickly switch to her, do some normal attacks just to fill her gauge, and then once they're full I switch back to Cloud and attack in Punisher mode, just gets a few hits in until that poison explodes. And when you're attacking with Cloud, normal attacks, always do it in Punisher mode, guys. And with Aerith, her ATB, by the way, first strike, it's random. Sometimes you start a battle with 60%, sometimes it's 95%, it depends. So you may not, she may be full, she may not be full like she for me. So poison level 3, switch to Aerith, max her ATBs, back to Cloud, Punisher mode. As soon as that poison detonates, over to Aerith then, and I'll take it from there, guys. So I try and do a few things at a time. So Bioga, make sure you're locked onto the boss. Aerith, square, back to Cloud, Punisher mode, just attacking normally now. That's it. As soon as that poison detonates, you switch to Aerith and cast Ice level 3, or whatever element he's weak to at the time. For me, every time I start this fight, he's weak to Ice. That's the element. So I'm guessing that's just what that's default. He always starts weak to Ice. But it may not be the same. I don't want to say yes, it's always that. Just think it up, because I know if I say that, there's going to be somebody which spawn, like they're going to be like 1 in a million where it spawns with a different element. So as soon as that poison explodes, switch to Aerith and cast level 3 of whatever element he is weak to, guys. So spells, he's weak to Ice. Yes, there we go, Ice, Blizzaga, and then do the same again. Spells, Blizzaga, and then while Aerith's in the process of casting both of them level 3 elements, what he's weak to, I'm going to switch back to Cloud and just attack the boss in Punisher mode while we're waiting for them to land. And when they land, by the way, it will knock him into his next phase. Let's keep attacking him. We're trying to build up 2 full ATB gauges for Cloud, basically. Just keep attacking him in Punisher mode. There we go. After this bit, he will start charging at your main character, so Cloud, and you can actually counter stance it. And I'm actually quite surprised. I just thought I was going to try it one day. I think when I was trying to optimize this, and I couldn't. I was so surprised that it worked. You counter stance a house, only Final Fantasy, but it works, so I use it. So he'll charge at Cloud, but first of all I press triangle, because for some reason it knocks you out of Punisher mode after that cutscene. So triangle first to go into Punisher mode, and then do not attack, just press triangle to switch, and then you use counter stance. And then straight after counter stance, you need 1 ATB. So if Cloud hasn't quite got a full ATB after counter stance, you're just going to attack once or twice until you have 1 ATB. As soon as you have, you're going to use ATB boost to double it. But as long as you got 2 full gauges before you entered the boss entered this next phase, this one, you'll be fine anyway. So I'm in Punisher mode, so I'm going to abilities and counter stance. And straight after ATB boost. And remember, if you can't use if you haven't got a full ATB gauge, do not use ATB boost. Attack once or twice first to make sure you've got 1 full gauge before you use the boost, because it will double only what you currently have. And straight after that, that's it. You're going to use focus thrust times 2. Quickly back to back, and then switch to Aerith. There we go. Yeah, switch to Aerith. I switched to her because sometimes A to B might not quite be full. If it's not quite full, just attack once and that should tip it over the 1 A to B. And as soon as she's got an A to B, guys, you need to be really quick, because we need to do all this before the boss comes out of his pressure gauge. Yeah, what we're going to do with Aerith now is cast Ice level 3. And that Ice needs to explode before he leaves his pressure state. If it does, it will stagger him, because Ice does tons of stagger damage. Pressure damage to enemy when they're pressured, as long as they're not obviously resistant to it. So you just need to quickly cast that Ice, it will explode, stagger him, then back to Cloud and just keep attacking in Punisher mode to get 2 full gauges, and then switch to Aerith and attack with her as well until you've got 2 full ATBs. So you've both got 2 full ATBs each, and then at that point the boss will probably have just entered God mode. Right, so Aerith, spells, Ice level 3, back to Cloud, Punisher mode. I don't know why I've come out of Punisher mode there. So there we go, he staggered, keep attacking until you got 2 full gauges. And then switch to Aerith and do the same with her, guys. As soon as she's got 2 full gauges, back to Cloud and dodge away. And he's gone into God mode now. Now, I don't know why, but Aerith always stands too fucking close to him here. The AI stands too close to him. Don't control the AI, because it may upset what moves he's going to do next. So stay as Cloud once you've both got 2 full gauges. Dodge away and just wait over here at a distance, guys. He's going to do 2 jet streams now, basically. He'll do 2 of them. Yeah, there we go. Hit Aerith. I don't know why she stands so close. So he's going to do 2 jet streams. Sometimes he may do 1. I've had an instance where he did 1, but that's mainly when I switch in between Cloud and Aerith. That's why I say just switch to Cloud when you've both got your 2 full gauges, and then retreat into the outer area and just wait there. He'll do 2 jet streams, and then he's going to do a house call where he normally jumps at your location or near it. So 2 jet streams, 1 or 2, and then house call. There we go. And just roll away from it. And then what's going to happen after house call, guys? He's going to start doing house and shock ability. And straight after house and shock, well, not straight after, I mean literally as soon as he starts to prime it, basically he does a charge, but he stops in place first and starts, you know, rubbing his feet back like Roadrunner, getting ready to run like a bull. As soon as he starts that attack, starts priming it, you need to switch to Aerith and use, because it's an element, house and shock is an element based charged. As soon as he starts it, switch to Aerith and do level 3 of what element he is weak to at that point, and it should impact and detonate before he gets a chance to do anything else. Yeah, he should get a chance to do all that before anything else happens. And then straight after you've done that and it's exploded, you head over to him, use 2 focus thrusts as Cloud and ice and level 3 as Aerith. So we're waiting for House of Shock now, guys. I'll show you in a minute. And there we go, House of Shock is always straight after that house call, almost. So it's weak to wind now. So switch to Aerith and cast a level 3 wind. There we go. And that'll pressure him like that. And then straight after that, it's Aerith again. I cast a level 3 ice now to do tons of stagger damage. So level 3 ice. There we go. And then Cloud, I do 2 focus thrusts. Yeah, 2 focus thrusts is Cloud. There we go. Punish mode, attack him again. And what happened, he'll always sort of jump away in this house call mode after that. Yeah, so you do that ice level 3 attack as Aerith, and then you do 2 focus thrusts as Cloud, and then just attack him a little bit in punish mode while you get a chance. And then after that, he'll come out of this pressure state and he'll do house call. He'll jump away from you, and almost straight after this, similar to House of Shock before, but now he's going to do renewed hospitality, which is where he tries to suck you up. So going to quickly get Cloud away, and they're going to switch to Aerith, get her away as well. And as soon as he begins doing renewed hospitality as Aerith, as soon as he begins doing that, we're going to quickly attack him with whatever spell he's become weak to. You need to be very quick here, because with this move he tries to suck you in. That's why I made both the characters sort of jump far away from him, ending up as Aerith, so you can just probably attack him once or twice while you're waiting to start the attack. So lightning, he's become weak to lightning, and this will knock him into his last phase, by the way. And then back to Cloud while you're waiting for that to cast. There we go, last phase. And all you got to do now, this is, you've literally done the fight about it now, guys. So I switched to Aerith and just keep attacking it now to build up both your ATBs. And then once you've done that, back to Cloud. And this Cloud, just wait normally, and you should build up 2 full ATBs hopefully before he hits level 1. It's not a big end of the day if you don't. Just be ready, because when he counts down to 1, that will happen, and it will become weak to an element, and it will begin another little sort of rocket charge where it will charge down at you. But you've got time to hit him now. He's weak to lightning now, so I'm going to quickly hit him with level 3 lightning as Aerith, or whatever he's weak with for you guys. So level 3 Thunderger, and then with Cloud, I'm going to head over to him, and then I'm going to use a level 3 Ice now as Aerith. Over to Cloud, Punisher mode, once she's pressured, you can use 2 focus thrusts. There you go, and another one. He's staggered now. And then he's dead. And if he wasn't dead, Aerith would have got a bit more ATB and she could have finished him off. I'm actually surprised Aerith's health was so low there. 713. That HP got pretty low then. You could also, if you wanted with Aerith, I guess, is you could put HP absorb on something, but the thing is, you never know what element you're going to be hitting him with. I guess we do use ice quite a lot. So if you wanted as Aerith, you could put HP absorb if you could free up some slots, I guess. But that's it, guys. That's it. Yeah. So Aerith, she doesn't normally get that low in health, by the way. She doesn't normally get that low, so you shouldn't have to worry too much about that. But I could have got a bit more health on her if I put HP. My HP of putting her was only 40%. I could have put 50% one on her. But that's basically the Hellhouse fight, guys. All sort of broken down and that. I hope I've broken it down well enough, and it's not dragged on for too long. But it's hard. It's hard to explain it in real time. You have to pause it so I can explain, you know, what to do and what's going to happen next and stuff. But that's it, guys, for Hellhouse. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.